everybody, welcome to PBM's Video Entertainment, and welcome back to another episode of Thomas & Friends DVD Reviews. In this video, we are talking about another Thomas & Friends movie, but this one is the first Thomas & Friends movie to be from the CGI era. And I'm of course talking about Hero of the Rails. So, without further ado, let's jump into the history of Hero of the Rails. So apparently Hero of the Rails was released theatrically on September 8th of 2009. Then a few days later, on the 13th, it was finally released onto DVD by Hit Entertainment and Lionsgate. Fun fact, September 13th, 2009, that's the same date as when Hero of the Rails aired on PBS and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting how Hero of the Rails had a DVD release and first broadcasting on PBS, like, on the same date, if you know what I mean. And then somewhere around 2014, it was re-released by Universal Studios. And it could also be found in a Walmart double pack with the Christmas engines. And let's not forget that Hero of the Rails was also released over in Canada as well. And it could also be found in multi-packs as well, such as the Movie Pack, the Heroic Collection, and the 10 Movie Birthday Collection. And now we got the history part done, let's jump into my copies of Hero of the Rails. Alright, we will now jump into my copies of Hero of the Rails. So, starting with the 2009 Lionsgate original print. So, taking a look at the front post art, looks pretty nice. Definitely brings back some great memories for when it first came out, because when I saw a trailer of Hero of the Rails, I was like, wow, this looks different. This looks like everything, like basically all the characters and all the locations and stuff like that is like fully CGI animation and stuff like that. Anyways, we have this red border outline, whatever you want to call it, and you have like 4 stars. And we have Spencer, Hero, Victor, and they're at the docks. It kind of doesn't make any sense because Victor is an air gauge engine. We all know that, right? Thomas Friends logo, Hero of the Rails, the movie title card. We have Thomas and Sir Topham Hatt at the Sodor Steamworks. The most heroic tale of the year. Spine, Hit Entertainment. Scrolling down here. Character profile of Thomas, same promo shot of Thomas, just like with the front post art. Distributed by Lionsgate. The back. Here Thomas speak in his own voice for the first time. Well, in Thomas Magic Road, he does speak in his own voice. If all of you remember Thomas Magic Road, Thomas got his own voice. Yeah, this is the second time you'll hear Thomas speaking in his own voice, technically speaking. But of course, from Hero of the Rails to Season 18, Thomas, of course, is voiced by Martin T. Sherman in the United States. We have a promo shot of Hero and a promo shot of Victor and Kevin. Meet new friends, Hero, Victor, and Kevin. Blurb, if you want to pause and read that. Bonus material. Link to the Thomas website. Running time approximately 60 minutes. And the languages. Here's the disc. Squished up version of this promo shot. Or front post art. And here's like a little like advertise, subscribe now and save, like Thomas magazine issues and stuff like that. And lastly, we have the movie pack right here. Calling All Engines, Great Discovery, Hero of the Rails, 3 movie DVD set, Spine, Hit Entertainment. Scrolling down here, we have our CGI promo shot of Thomas, Lionsgate, in the back. A little blurb about Hero of the Rails if you want to pause and read that. Bonus material. Yep. Of course, they did the stacked disc thing, so they triple stacked it. Calling All Engines. Then Great Discovery, and here is Hero of the Rails. Basically exactly the same, so when it comes to the Lionsgate release, it doesn't matter if you get it solo or if you get it in a multi-pack, you're going to get the exact same content. But when you get those like Universal releases, you're going to get like different trailers and stuff like that. Now, I would like do close-ups of these two, but I decided after Big World Big Adventures, the movie, I'll review these two right here. That's what I'm going to do, because they got like different menu tours and stuff like that. So these two I'm going to review after Big World Big Adventures, the movie, on DVD. So anyways, let's get on with the menu tour for Hero of the Rails. Alright, we have now jumped into the menu tour for Hero of the Rails. So we have play the movie, audio options, and bonus features. Let's go to audio options. Unfortunately, there is no chapter selection whatsoever. So you can watch this movie in English, French, or Spanish. And surround sound, enhanced audio, 5.1 surround sound. You can turn it on or off if you like. And our bonus material, we have Thomas and Spencer racing game. And we have Who's Pulling It to the Station game. And Go Go Thomas karaoke music video. And the Thomas and Friends bedroom makeover. And trailers and promos and stuff like that from Hit Entertainment and Lionsgate. And that's it for the menu tour for Hero of the Rails. Now let's jump into my review and thoughts on Hero of the Rails. So overall, do I recommend Hero of the Rails? Well, first of all, let's talk about the story. Basically, Thomas and his friends, they're busy on a summer day on Sodor and everything. Like, basically, Thomas's friends were enjoying like the summer and enjoying their work and stuff like that. When suddenly Spencer comes to the island of Sodor to help out with the Duke and Duchess of Boxford's summer house and stuff like that. And of course, he was boasting like how he's more important and how he's faster and better than Thomas and the other engines. And of course, Thomas's friends, they're all cross with Spencer. And then Spencer challenges Thomas to a race. Basically, a contest of strength to be exact. And so they were pulling 7 heavy loaded flatbeds and stuff like that. And then whenever Thomas was like climbing up a hill and then coming down the other side, Thomas's brakes had been broken and so he was losing control, and then he ended up in like some forest or whatever. And then after he stopped, he finds an old rusty engine named Hero, and Hero explained to Thomas how basically his home is in Japan and how he came to the island of Sodor, and then all of a sudden he started to break down, and of course the mechanics didn't have parts for him, and so Hero waited years and basically a long time for his parts, but it never came. And then Thomas thought it'd be a good idea to tell Sir Topham Hatt basically Thomas thought it would be a good idea to tell Sir Topham Hatt to tell. Well, at first Thomas told Hero that like, hey, Sir Topham Hatt could help you, and then Hero's like, no, can't do that. Don't tell Sir Topham Hatt because he might scrap me and stuff like that. And so Thomas decided to keep Hero's secret. And so Thomas, and of course his engine friends, Percy, James, Gordon, Edward, Henry, Emily, and Toby, they all basically pitch in and help out fixing Hero. And of course, they all got to know not to tell Spencer. And of course, don't tell Sir Topham Hatt just yet. Because, well, if you see Hero of the Rails, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because basically the engine's worried that if Sir Topham Hatt finds Hero like old and rusty, he might scrap him. But of course, at the end of the film, Sir Topham Hatt does not scrap Hero, and of course he orders Hero to be fixed straight away at the Sodor Steamworks. So yeah, that's basically the story plot. And also, the next thing I want to talk about is the fully CGI era and stuff like that. Now, when I first heard that Thomas was going to be CGI and stuff like that, from now on, instead of using like live action models and everything, at first I was like, wow, this is pretty cool, to be honest. And when I first saw Hero of the Rails, like, I first saw this when I was at a Blockbuster, and I rented this movie, and when I first saw it, I was like, wow, this is honestly really good. Like, thought the animation was pretty good, and I'll tell you if I say yes or no to this release. And of course, Spencer, he made a pretty great jerky antagonist villain in this movie, and we did get 3 new characters, Hero, Victor, and Kevin. And I gotta say, they got potential and they got charm in this film. And of course, throughout the entire CGI era and stuff like that. And of course, I enjoyed the voice of Martin T. Sherman, the voice of Thomas and Percy, and of course, the other like CGI voice actors and stuff like that pretty good. And at first I thought Pierce Brosnan was gonna maybe come back as narrating this film, but no, they got Michael Brandon for the US narration of this film, and then they got Michael Angelis for the UK narration of this movie and stuff like that. Now, feels like Pierce Brosnan, he should have been narrator for seasons 12 through 16, and as well as narration for Hero of the Rails, Miss Down Rescue, Dave Diesel's, and Blue Mountain Mystery. That would have been cool, to be honest. I mean, I know the Miller era, aka season 13 through 16, is pretty lame. But anyways, so the point is, do I recommend Hero of the Rails? The answer to that, yes. I honestly recommend this movie. I mean, sure, the animation's like outdated and stuff like that, but I gotta say, like, I enjoyed the story plot. I thought it was really good, and I enjoyed the animation. Brings back memories. And of course, Spencer made a pretty great antagonist of this film, and I just thought they did a really good job with this movie. I mean, sure, like, I don't think it's as good as Great Discovery, but overall, it's still great. Yeah. This movie is definitely somewhere in my top 5 of my favorite Thomas and Friends movies of all time. Like, pretty great story and great new characters, and of course I love hearing the Go Go Thomas song in this movie. So overall, I recommend you pick up this movie, Hero of the Rails. Definitely worth watching. So anyways, that's gonna do it for me, everybody, and the next episode will be on Holiday Express, so please stay tuned. See y'all next time. Bye.